where Matt Brown was just interviewed and he spilled some beans on a often talked about but not very well known brand new game mode, the Road to the College Football Playoff. What is up, everybody? It is Jake back with the MF Film Room. Thank you so much for being here. If you want to be up to date on all things EA College Football, hit that red subscribe button. I have a special going right now. If I can get this channel to 1,000 subs by July 14th, 2024 at midnight Mountain Standard Time, I will be getting one of my subscribers a free deluxe copy of the game. PlayStation, Xbox, doesn't matter. If you've already got the game pre-ordered, I'll give you $100 cash. Hit the like button too, and follow me on Twitter/X. If you like college football content, go subscribe to my other channel, Master Football with Jake Posey. Link is in the description. But enough about all that EA college football content. Let's go. All right, guys. I welcome about 50, 60 new of you guys over the weekend. Pretty good weekend for me. I'm not going to lie there. So thank you so much for your subscription. I will not be letting you down. Now, we are in a weird spot here, because our dear friend, Mr. Matt Brown, has already come out on multiple different shows and basically said the next indication, even the extra points mailbag that he has, even comes out and says that the next update we are going to be getting about EA College Football is going to be a visual and presentation update, talking about the pageantry here and there of college football. It should be great in that way. I know what you guys are saying. You guys are probably saying the same thing I'm saying is, we still know nothing about T-Builder. We know nothing about the coaching points. We know nothing about these 11 different coaching trees that we have. What is the 3-3-5 versus the 3-3-5 tight? Have we broken that down? We know some of that, from the football world. What does that look like in the game? Again, what does the veer and shoot actually look like? There's so many things that we don't know. And I will say this. Let's talk with my roommate about this. 95% of me is like, what the hell is going on with this marketing team? 5% of me is like, you always want to leave your people wanting a little bit more every single time, and they're doing that. They're giving just enough, just enough, just enough. I will say that we are getting closer and closer to the game, the day that this releases. Most games within first of all, it is going to be less than 21 days until this game comes out. Remember, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on July 15th is when the game is going to be releasing. If you go to, Xbox and you actually pre-order the game, that's what I have myself. So we're not too far. We're less than 3 weeks away from the game here. And we still haven't seen somebody actually go in and play fully. Here's how you pick the plays. Here's how you do the roster formations. Here's all those different things that we want to know about. We haven't seen those yet. So a little upset about that. But I do know that, unfortunately, that you can tell that their ability to keep these secrets, these embargoes that these different YouTubers and different, media members have right now, they're slowly being released. As a matter of fact, we go over here to the In the Game football show, EA Sports College Football Show, where Matt Brown was just interviewed and he spilled some beans on a often talked about but not very well known brand new game mode, the Road to the College Football Playoff. So coming over here to this channel, you see in this right here, right about that 5-minute mark where he actually goes into some of the aspects of the Road to the College Football Playoff that wasn't previously known before. We're going to get into those right now. First, we need to set the stage here for the Road to the College Football Playoff, because all we had was this update a while ago. Basically said the Road to the College Football Playoff. Experience a new way to play competitively across consoles in the Road to the College Football Playoff. Will you represent your university or take a power school to climb the polls, earn rank by upsetting the toughest opponents and securing the votes you need to progress and level up divisions, stack wins to earn your chance at making the playoffs, and take home the national championship. So that's all we really know about the game. However, Matt, whether or not he knew it or not, released some information there. Again, I don't know if this has been privatized, but I do know that I haven't heard some of these things that he said. Let's get into those quotes. We're also going to talk about what I think the game mode is going to look like. And then I also think that what are some of the strategy items we're going to have. Let's get into that now. All right, so looking at some of those quotes, we see here that he said that it's going to be the Road to the College Football Playoff is going to be the main online competitive mode based on current rosters. He said with the current rosters, part there was to make sure he differentiated from Ultimate Team. Ultimate Team will be a thing, but he also wanted to make sure that this is going to be the main online competitive mode. He said you're going to be playing a season against online opponents. He said up to 12 games or around 12 games. I don't know the specific number there. We'll talk about that later. He said it's going to be a ranked online ladder performance. You win, you go up the ladder. You lose, you go down the ladder. Get bonuses for playing with a team worse than you are playing against. So if you're playing Ohio State and you're Kent State and you lose by a touchdown, they're going to be like, okay, that's somebody's playing over here. Whereas if you're Ohio State and you lose to Kent State, they're going to be like, oh, homeboy, you are rough on the sticks. He also said I hear that you want to be able to play against similar caliber opponents from a skill perspective there. Again, we'll talk more about what I actually think that means later on. He said that you don't just want people playing with the highest rated teams. Again, let's talk about some of those specifics because I think it is a pretty good perspective on what we're going to see. So what is the road to the college football playoff, the RTCFP? Again, for me, I was under the impression, and you guys tell me what you guys think. I was under the impression that it was going to be like this challenge mode where you take some teams, you win some challenges, and you climb up the boards. It's almost just like an online leaderboard. You play against the computer, blah, blah. It sounds like it's going to be PvP. It will operate in seasons. And for those of you who don't understand for those of you who are coming out from outside from the video game world or who've been taking a break since NCAA 2014 until now, video games now do these things called seasons, where what they'll do is they'll be like, okay, so this game will have this, the theme of this will be this on this season. The theme of this will be that on this season, whatever it is. I don't think we'll have themes here, but I think what will happen is that every couple months, couple weeks, whatever the timetable that they set, they'll have, all right, here's the first season, here's the second season, here's the third season, whatever it is. You will be able to move up and down based on wins and losses, obviously. Winning with lower rated teams will give you greater boosts up, while losing with higher rated teams will give you greater losses, to your prestige. You will go down that level. It also says it sounds like it will have a regular season, and then a 12-team playoff sorted by ability/ranking. And we know that they've done this before. Look at your good old game, FIFA. So coming over here to FIFA 22 and their online seasons, you can see how they kind of broke this down. It says here, Seasons mode in FIFA 22 allows you to compete against other players online in a divisional mode, advance to higher divisions, and win your division's title. Cup matches, a multiplayer playoff tournament mode, is also included in this online mode. Does that not sound familiar with what we are doing? Dude, it's a FIFA reskin, bro. All right, what is a FIFA 22 season mode? FIFA 22 season mode is an online divisional game mode in FIFA 22, which allows players to play with your favorite club against other online users within your division and earn points to promote to a higher division and win the title. In FIFA 22, the online seasons game mode provides rated online matches as you play through 10 games per season. Interesting to talk about for college football there. Try to earn enough points to avoid relegation and gain promotion to the next division or even win the division title. Higher divisions bring stronger competition and promotion requirements, so get ready for more tough matches. So you see that is going to be what I think we're kind of looking at there. Whether or not it's going to be 10 games, however many it is, it sounds like they don't want it to be whoever just plays the most games and gets the most wins. If you're 200 and 198, oh, you've got 200 wins. That's a top level person, even though you've got like a barely above a 500 record. Again, I think it should be orchestrated like that. We'll see more as the game gets closer to coming out. It mentions here, especially with that leaderboards and the world table. So for them, they're the leaderboards for your seasons and the world's top 100. The world table displays the total number of online season players worldwide, as well as the breakdown by division. It also identifies which divisions get access to which cup matches. Now for college football, it's the road to the CFP, so I bet that there'll just be higher level CFPs and lower level CFPs. I don't think it's going to be like, you win this CFP, but you win the Pop-Tarts Bowl, which by the way isn't in the game. Pour one out for that one. You see what they've got here. So points to avoid relegation, you have to get 14. Now this is soccer's used to the promotion relegation system. I think it should come to college football. That's just me. But we see that this is how it works here. Division 1, you got to have 14 points to avoid relegation. All the way down here, Division 10, you got to have 8. So you see all these different points. You got to have 23 to win the title. However, it works right there. You see that's how it works for this game. What for college football, we will see eventually. All right, how do I think it's actually going to work? So what I think is obviously seasons will occur regularly. So if those guys, oh my God, I did terrible. I went 1-8 with I went 1-9 for my first season. You'll have the ability to go back and kind of go from there. You might have to go up or down. Again, we will see how it works, but I think it will be seasons will occur regularly. There will be an online play period where teams will play X number of games, could be 10, we don't know what that number is, and then you'll be seeded according to your overall ability. So you see this here. Here's what I think is really going to happen. You guys tell me about what you think about this. I think that the really good players, the smart players, the guys who are really into this game will know. Okay, here's the deal. Good players will have at least 2 teams they like to use. Their stealth team, which is the team with the lower rated players that the user just knows how to play well with, and their tournament team, the team they play well with when the chips are down. Meaning, because think about this, if you're like, okay, so let's just say somebody is like, I'm 30-2 with Ohio State in my last 40 games, and I'm like, well, so that's 40 games, 38-2. So I am 30-10 with Kennesaw State. Who's a better overall player, the 38-2 guy with Ohio State or the 30-10 guy with Kennesaw State? It's not close. You would think that the 30-10 guy with Kennesaw State would be higher rated overall in terms of a tier than the 38-2 guy with Ohio State. Now, the problem with that is, let's just say that the guy with Kennesaw State, he sticks with that team and he keeps on going. He gets to the point where he gets to his tournament. Does he have to keep Kennesaw State? Because I feel like it was just like, okay, well, you get to the championship. It's kind of like, Liberty last year. Good for you guys, but, now you got to play Oregon, and it did not go the way that you wanted to. So I just, you're going to be a lamb to slaughter, but good job for getting to the tournament. I don't know how that's going to work. I would anticipate, though, you probably will be able to switch teams. If not, we'll see how it works. But I wouldn't be surprised if you can switch teams, because otherwise those teams that, like, the guys who are really kicking butt with Kent State, who get a 500 record, or you do really, really well with a lower rated, like Cincinnati didn't have a great season last year. You do really good with them. You do really good with Vanderbilt, or whatever that is. I think that those players should have the ability to switch back and forth between the team they get to accumulate points and the team that they want when they want to win those games. So again, personally, I think one good team would be Boise State with my boy Ashton Jeanty. That's just me. I also think Arizona is going to be a top flight team too. So top flight mid-tier, like, non-Ohio State, Georgia team is what I mean by that. So I think that's going to happen. We have good players. We'll have two teams. Their stealth team, the one they kind of accumulate points with, and then the team they play in those tournaments. If you have one team, that whole concept is going to be thrown out. I also think that those players will be able to earn bonuses, possibly coaching points, for wins with lower rated teams, or their lower rated team wins will be heightened and their lower rated losses will be minimized. Meaning this, I was talking with my friend and he was like, yeah, dude, it might be like Call of Duty where you can access certain things, certain different, weapons packs based on how you do an online multiplayer play. And I was like, are we going to have coaching points? Now, the problem with that is, are you going to have coaching points only with the team that you play with versus the team that you don't? You guys get in the comments and let me know. So we got a small detail there about the road to the college football playoff and some little insights there from Matt Brown. It is a PvP mode. There's going to be regular seasons that we have. You're going to be able to, if you play with lower rated teams and you get more wins, those wins are going to count higher as opposed to if you get wins with Ohio State and Georgia, stuff like that. It says it's going to be the main original roster PvP mode in the game. Are you interested in the road to the college football playoff on EA College Football 25? I am. All right, guys, get in the comments right now. Let me know what you think about all that. Go watch that clip, though, on that channel. I'm going to make sure I put it in the link in the description. See what you kind of think. It was only a couple-minute section there. But again, it's what we have right now because there's not a lot of EA College Football news. So go check that out. Remember, hit that red subscribe button, especially if you stay to the end here. Remember, 1,000 subscribers. We're well on our way. Don't jinx it. Knock on wood. We're well on our way. If we get to that point before July 14th, 2024 at midnight Mountain Standard Time, one free copy of the game one free deluxe copy of the game for a PlayStation or Xbox user. And if you already got the game pre-ordered, $100 cash. So also hit the like button. Follow me on Twitter/X. That is it for me, guys. I will see you guys later. I am out.